In a small, quiet village nestled far away from the bustling cities. There flowed a river so clear you could see the pebbles shimmering at the bottom. The path to this river wasn't paved with concrete, but was a simple, dusty road that held the footprints of generations. Along its banks, the grass grew so soft and green, it felt like nature's own velvet carpet. In this village lived a kind old woman everyone lovingly called Amy Yon. Her constant companion was a beautiful, pure white goat, which the entire village had affectionately named Chandi. Chandi was a lively and mischievous little goat. She had one particular weakness: the sight of fresh, juicy green grass. Whenever she spotted a patch, her eyes would light up, and she'd dart towards it without a second thought. This habit often led her on little adventures, sometimes even to the other side of the river, where the grass seemed just a little bit greener. One morning, as the sun began to paint the sky with hues of orange and pink, Chandi wandered farther than usual. She was happily nibbling on the dew-kissed grass near the river, lost in her own world. Back in the village, life was beginning to stir. Children were putting on their uniforms, grabbing their school bags, and mothers were packing lunches. The familiar sounds of a new day filled the air. Suddenly, a panicked shout sliced through the morning calm. Chandi fell into the river. The word spread like wildfire. Everyone dropped what they were doing and rushed towards the riverbank. The atmosphere instantly shifted from peaceful to frantic. The river, usually gentle and calm, was flowing with a strong current that day. And there, right in the middle, was poor Chandi, struggling to stay afloat. Her little legs were kicking helplessly, and her bleats were filled with pure terror. Amy Yon stood at the edge, her face etched with worry, tears streaming down her cheeks. She cried out, her voice trembling with desperation, "Someone please, please save my Chandi. Please save my dear Chandi." Her plea hung in the air, a heartbreaking sound that touched everyone's soul. The villagers watched, their hearts sinking, feeling powerless against the river's might. But in that moment of despair, a spark of courage ignited. 3 brave village children, Hamza and their friend Sawyer, who had also rushed to the scene, didn't hesitate. They saw the fear in Amy Yon's eyes and heard the desperation in Chandi's cries. Without exchanging a single word, they knew what they had to do. They ran towards a nearby thicket of bamboo. Working together, they grabbed a long, sturdy bamboo stick. It was heavy, but their determination made it feel light. They raced back to the riverbank and, with a shared look of resolve, stretched the bamboo out towards the struggling goat. Ollie, with a voice full of urgency and hope, shouted as loud as he could, "Chandi, hold on to this." Chandi was trembling, exhausted from her fight against the current. But when she saw the bamboo stick reaching for her, a flicker of hope returned. She mustered every last bit of her strength and pressed her body against the pole. It was her only lifeline. On the bank, Hamza and Zoya gripped their end of the bamboo with all their might. Their knuckles turned white as they dug their heels into the soft earth and began to pull. It was a tough struggle. The river pushed back, trying to claim its prize. The villagers held their breath, their eyes glued to the scene, silently cheering the children on. For a few tense, heart-stopping moments, it was a battle of Will's three small children against a powerful river. Slowly, inch by inch, their combined strength began to win. Finally, with one last coordinated pull, Chandi emerged from the water. She was soaking wet, shivering, and completely exhausted. But she was safe. She collapsed onto the soft grass, breathing heavily. Amion rushed forward and wrapped her arms around her beloved goat, hugging her tightly. Tears of relief now replaced her tears of fear as she whispered words of comfort to the trembling animal. A wave of applause and cheers erupted from the crowd. The villagers gathered around Ollie, Hamza and Zoya, patting them on the back and praising their incredible bravery. They were filled with pride to have such courageous and quick-thinking children in their community. The children, a little shy from all the attention, simply smiled, glad that their friend Chandi was okay. From that day forward, something changed. Chandi, the mischievous goat, became the children's loyal shadow. Wherever Ollie, Hamza and Zoya went in the village, Chandi would be there, trotting quietly behind them. She would follow them to the marketplace, wait for them outside the school, and graze peacefully nearby as they played. It was her own silent way of showing her gratitude, a constant reminder of the day they saved her life. And so the story of Chandi's rescue became a beloved village tale. It was a story not just about a goat, but about community, courage, and the powerful bond between humans and animals. It showed everyone that when people come together with kindness and bravery in their hearts, they can overcome any challenge. A small, ordinary goat became an extraordinary symbol of unity, all because a village chose to protect one precious life. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heartwarming tales. See you next time.